Everybody. Today is day 2 since I had all of my teeth removed. I'm feeling pretty great again today, no real pain. I took some ibuprofen in the middle of the night just because I could kind of feel it swelling. Some of it's gone down, but some of it hasn't. And so I did take some ibuprofen to see if that would maybe help with the swelling a little bit. It didn't. I've been icing it on occasion. I don't really feel like it's that swollen that I need a whole ton of ice, so I just kind of put it on there when I'm not busy doing something. I really didn't think that I would feel so good to be moving around and kind of doing normal everyday stuff, so I haven't been icing. I probably should be. I'm still kind of swollen up in here a little bit. You can kind of see right here along this whole ridge. It's swollen. I have 2 little stitches here sticking out like I'm a vampire. Right there. That's kind of funny. The bottom ones are still a little bit swollen too. You can kind of see. Right here. That is actually, I had an infection in that tooth. It broke off and I got an infection in it, and that's where the infection decided it was going to drain, and so it is still kind of a swollen chunk of gum or extra. It's not really swollen, it's just an extra piece of gum where it broke through and drained for a while. I haven't had too many infections when I had my teeth. I was on medication twice for them. Otherwise, I kind of self-medicated a lot. If anybody has any questions on that, on self-medicating, cloves was my thing. That's what I had in my cupboard. That's what I decided to use. It did take a while to clear it up, but it helped quite a bit. Things that I forgot to tell you yesterday. By the way, my name is Molly. I am not very good at doing these little video thingies. Yesterday was really the first one where I've actually ever talked to anybody in a video. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself. So I did kind of forget to mention a few things, and then I kind of ramble on, and like I'm doing now, and you know, you forget stuff, or you get in the middle of a story and then you change the subject. Anyway, Molly is my name. I am 34. Like I said in my video yesterday, I've had troubles with my teeth my entire life. Mostly when I got pregnant. I was 19 when I got pregnant with my first child. And that's kind of when it all started. It started in my back teeth a little bit, and then once my wisdom teeth fully came in, that's when I started having problems in the front. As the years go on and you go to the dentist and you try and get all this stuff fixed and your insurance doesn't cover certain things. My particular insurance, it was a state insurance that I was on. It was, they wouldn't cover root canals in the back, so they just pulled your molars, and so that's why I had some missing back there. I had one left on each side in the back. But yeah, you go and you try and get all this stuff fixed, and then after a while, it's like, what's the frickin' point? You still gotta brush your teeth because you don't want bad breath and you don't want all that nastiness in your mouth, but you tend not to be so religious about it. You tend not to just care as much because they're already gross, they're already falling apart. What more can you do? But my decision to get the dentures was about March of this year. I grind my teeth when I sleep. I actually bite down really hard when I sleep, and my mouth is actually sore in the morning when I wake up because I clench my teeth so hard together. I woke up one morning anyways, and one of my front teeth was gone. Completely gone. I mean, it broke off and left this little icky, jagged edge there. So I had my 6 front teeth. So I had 1, 2, in my middle, the 2 front teeth, and then the next one here was broken, and then this one was still there, and I'd had a root canal done on this one, but my teeth were surprisingly whiter than the fillings that they used. they didn't have white enough fillings, so my teeth actually, you could tell where every single filling was because they didn't match. Couldn't match it up, and they always thought that was kind of weird. I'm not really sure. My teeth were still nice and white, but just disintegrating. But that was my deciding factor right then and there was, hey, oh my God, now I'm missing a front tooth. I can't hide it anymore. I wasn't hiding it very well to begin with. Every time I would smile, you could see the broken teeth on the side. You could see the gaps from where they had taken some teeth. But just having those 6 front teeth look somewhat normal, I could stomach that. I could handle that. That was okay. But then that one broke, and last and final straw. I went in. The dentist said that pretty much my only option was to have them all removed. What good teeth that I did have left was only like 4. They said that they didn't even want to try and do partials because I was just going to be back in here in 5 years to get them out anyway, most likely. And that the damage, I could get damage from those teeth from the dentures, and that they were just going to wear them off because my enamel is so weak. So they wanted me to do the full dentures. I won't lie, I did cry a little bit. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew that was probably going to be the only thing I was going to be able to do, but just to actually hear it from your dentist isn't something that you want to hear, and I don't know, you kind of come to terms with it, I guess, after a while, but I was scared, really nervous. I was avoiding it. I looked into my other options like implants. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $70,000 or more laying around to do full implants, and then I would only have 4 posts, and you can get 6, but then it's going to cost even more money, because if you only have 4, they're not going to give you any of your back molars. Well, what the hell is the point of having just your front teeth and not your back? You're still not going to be able to eat very well. I thought that was so stupid. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get 6. So that turned out to be way too expensive for me. So then I decided that, well, I'll try the snap-in dentures because I'm still young enough. I still want to have the bone retention. I don't want to lose the bone. I want to be able to keep the bone in my mouth so that it doesn't shrink. And so snap-in dentures would allow you to do that. They put the mini denture or the mini posts in your mouth. I can do 4. I can do 6. I believe I decided to do 6. And so they'll go in there, and then your dentures that you already have, or if you're doing the whole process at once, the dentures have these little hole things in them, and this little piece of hardware that snaps onto those posts. And then you don't need creams, you don't need adhesives, you don't need powders, you don't need any of that kind of stuff, and you don't have to worry about your teeth falling out. I am a singer, so I think that is one of my biggest concerns is being up on stage and having my teeth fall out while I'm singing. I don't want that to happen. I'm not a very well-known singer, but around my hometown and stuff, they ask me to sing quite a bit. I do open mics. In fact, I just got a phone call yesterday for them from my hometown asking if I would be willing to sing during their town celebration this summer, which is in about a month. They need to know fairly quickly. I'm not really sure what to tell them. What do you tell them? Oh yeah, I'll come up there and sing. I'm not going to have any teeth, but I don't know. I'm sure the swelling is going to be gone a little bit more. I already kind of sang in the mirror a little bit today. If I can get these S is under control, maybe I will. The microphone might, hide me a little bit, and I'll tell everybody, you need to step back. Step away from me. Don't come near me. It really wasn't too bad, though. I'm considering it. I don't want to give it up because I love to do it. But anyways, I'm getting off track again. For right now, though, I am just doing the dentures. I need to save up money. It's going to cost about $30,000 to do the implants that I want to do, the mini implants. And mostly because I do need to have some bone grafting. Not too terribly much, but I do need a sinus lift. Apparently, I don't have hardly any bone, which is strange because I have that area was where the best teeth were. I was missing more teeth over here than I was over here, and I need the bone graft over here or the sinus lift. I mean, because I have like millimeters, very, very small. In the X-ray, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, there's nothing there. I can't tell, but that's something that needs to get fixed if I want to have the implants, something for them to dig into. And then they were going to put, like the bone grafting inside. So I'm sure I'm going to have to go back and just do that. But anyway, it's going to be a while. I can't afford it yet. But that is my biggest goal, is to do the snap-in dentures. Let's see. Oh, I also said yesterday that I walked in there and paid $960, and that was for the sedation. And that it took such a little short amount of time. I forgot to say how much money they actually gave me back. They actually gave me back $620, which was really nice because it only ended up costing me $340 instead of $960 like they thought it was going to. So that saved me quite a bit of money. But then I guess they thought that I was doing the bone grafting and sinus lift, and I said no. We talked about that twice. I wasn't going to. I was just going to do the extractions for the dentures. That was my final decision. And so they started calling people and, oh, we had some openings. You can come in, and we have some time now before your appointment. You can come in. We had some openings. Well, that was me. You're welcome, everybody. But yeah, who doesn't want to get $620 back handed to them? I hardly remember it. In fact, I had to count it 3 times because I was still coming out of the anesthesia, and I had to, and I don't know why they gave it to me then, but yeah, it was, I should probably count it again. Who knows? I probably miscounted. So I think that was all I forgot to say yesterday. Let's see, about how I'm feeling today. I was saying I was feeling pretty great, still kind of swollen. My jaw is sore, right over here, actually. That is the biggest problem that I am having. I've had issues with that jaw. So I can only open it about that far. I can open it all the way if I want to, but it does bother me. I had gone to the dentist, the 10 years ago when I had some teeth removed. I had gone in and they numbed me and opened my mouth. They told me to close my mouth, and they told me to open my mouth, and then they told me to close my mouth, and then they told me to open it, and I couldn't. And they, said, open your mouth, and I said, I can't open my mouth at all. This is as far as I go in here. She had totally missed the landmark of numbing and numbed my jaw ligaments instead. And so my jaw my joint was completely numb. Completely numb. And opening and shutting actually caused my jaw to dislocate and pop out of its socket. They were extremely concerned because I couldn't get it to get back in. They were trying to manipulate it, and they were going to send me to the emergency room. At that time, I still had a whole bunch of cavities in my front teeth. I mean, very embarrassing. I didn't want to go to the emergency room. I didn't want them monkeying around in my mouth. I mean, I'm fine with a dentist doing that, but with a doctor, no, you stay out of there. So I was dead set determined I was not going to go over there, and so I actually got it back into place. We ended the appointment right then and there. I'm like, they didn't want to go any further because they didn't want it to dislocate again. They didn't give me anything, nothing for pain-wise or anything. After the Novocaine wore off, though, let me tell you, my jaw hurt like horrible. It was such horrible pain. I couldn't hardly eat for like 2 days. My sister actually had some Vicodin. I took it because I couldn't sleep. It hurt so bad. It did go away after about five days. My jaw finally felt better. It wasn't as swollen and stuff. But and then a couple years ago, I got hit in the head with a rock right over here. Very luckily, it didn't didn't break my temple. I did have a CT scan and everything. Anyway, my husband was mowing the yard. I was in the garden, and he was quite a ways away from me, but a rock shot out of there like a bullet and got me right in the temple over here. I had to have stitches, and it wasn't very fun. But anyway, the swelling, I was horribly bruised, and some of that settled into my jaw, and so I got to a point where I couldn't even open my mouth. I could stick a spoon in there with food on it as long as the spoon or the food wasn't any higher than the spoon. So I was literally just eating. It was horrible, and then I'd forget, and I'd try to open my mouth, and it hurt so bad. I actually went to the doctor for that, just because I dislocated it before, and so I thought, oh my God, maybe I dislocated it again. I can't open my dang mouth. It wasn't dislocated. They did send me to the oral surgeon, who actually took all my teeth out. They sent me to the same one. He was very nice about it, and just, I can't even remember what he said it was, but it was just inflammation in there from the hit of the rock on my face. And so I think that's why I'm a little more sensitive over there. Last night, I couldn't sleep at all. I think I slept 2 hours max at a time. I wasn't in any pain. I wasn't uncomfortable. I just couldn't sleep. I took Vicodin before I went to bed. I couldn't even tell I took it. Never even really felt it. Didn't need it, really. I took it so that I could sleep if I had any pain. Yeah, I don't know why. I couldn't sleep. I was up to the bathroom, I think, 4 times. But I do take a blood pressure pill that has a diuretic in it. And I was drinking a whole lot yesterday. And I always take it at night because I always forget to in the morning. And, boy, I was peeing like a racehorse. But it was just kind of strange. I'd wake up and I'd be awake for half hour, 45 minutes at a time. I finally did get up about 8:15 or something this morning. I said, screw it. I'm not even going to try. I'm actually not feeling too tired right now. I might take a nap later. I'm kind of home alone right now, which is nice. It's nice to have my own space right now. Last night, eating-wise, I never did say really what I ate yesterday besides chocolate ice cream. Well, I didn't say chocolate, I guess, but I had ice cream yesterday in the beef broth. My coffee. Last night for supper, I had instant oatmeal. That was really good. Ate it just fine. Like I said, my mouth really isn't in any pain. Some foods that I did get to eat, though, that I bought, I did buy some Greek yogurt. I bought Multi-Meal, instant oatmeal. I bought some popsicles that I'm probably going to end up giving to my kids because I really haven't needed them. They'll love that. I got some fruit popsicles too because I do want to keep up, trying to eat a little bit healthy. I mean, yeah, this is the time. Oh, pig out on ice cream, pig out on, all these soft things. And you eat ice cream all day and pudding. And I'm not too much of a pudding fan. The texture bothers me. I don't want to gain a whole ton of weight by just pigging out on ice cream. I did get some sherbet as well. I really do like salads. I think I'm going to miss that the most. But I did get some cottage cheese so that I could use that instead of lettuce. And it's actually super, super yummy with Western dressing. I do not like it with ranch. I don't like it with any other kind of dressing except for the red Western dressing. I had made supper last night and was a little bit sad that I couldn't eat it. I made some shake and bake chicken legs for the family, baked potatoes, and then they all wanted baked beans, so I'd find whatever. I could have eaten the baked beans, I just didn't really want to. I love chicken skin, okay? If I could just gain 300 pounds eating chicken skin, and get away with it, I would. I love it. And without thinking last night, I took a little piece off my kid's plate because my daughter doesn't eat it. And so I took some and popped it in my mouth and totally wasn't even thinking. And I was like, oh, crap. And my son starts laughing at me. He goes, did you just eat that, Mom? And I said, yep, I did. Dang it, I got it down, too. It was kind of crunchy, but I just kind of squished it around in my mouth a little bit, and it broke apart. It was crunchy enough. I swallowed it, and it was delicious. Let me tell you. That might be one thing that I'm gonna miss the most. I should have gotten that on my pig out night. Oh, I also got the trusty, mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure I'll think of more, but as my gums heal up, spaghetti is something I plan on eating. You can chop that up really nice and fine, and there's a lot of things that we make that you don't necessarily need to have a ton of teeth for. I guess I won't be eating pork chops or a steak anytime soon, but that's all right. Hamburger, I love hamburger. I love chicken. You can cut up chicken nice and small, and that actually breaks up pretty nice because it just comes apart, a lot nicer than beef does. I don't know. I don't really know what else much to say. I did kind of get a list here of what I was going to talk about, and now I'm through the list, and I see I'm about 20 minutes in. Probably getting boring. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I think I do sound a little bit better today. I am feeling really good. Like I said, I haven't taken any pain pills this morning besides the ibuprofen, and that was for swelling, not even for pain. Yeah, any questions, feel free to ask if there's something that you would like to know. If I haven't touched on something, my mind is really kind of scatterbrained right now. So if there is something that you would like to ask me, go ahead. I will answer your questions. I'm not very good at YouTube, so I don't have links or anything. If you just want to put your name in the comment, or your question in the comment, I don't even know if there's some way to private message or whatnot, but I might put my email up after a little while. I'm not sure if I want to be getting zillions and zillions of emails, but I hope you're enjoying these videos. If there's a topic that you would like to ask, please go ahead and feel free to do that. I don't really have any good jokes for you today, so I guess we'll see you day 2, feeling really good. Oh, I was going to say that there are some people that just have the most horrible amount of pain. They don't feel good. It's the worst experience that they've ever had to go through. I am very fortunate that I am not one of them. I don't feel it at all. I might be feeling it in a couple days. I hear, on days 2 and 3 or 2 through 4, whichever are the worst. I don't know. I feel better than I did yesterday. And as far as I'm concerned, it can only get better from here. So if you're scared and nervous about all the pain, as long as you don't have really too much trouble. I kind of had more shallow roots too, so I think that is one reason why it's not hurting so bad. They really didn't have to dig cut anything out. They all just came out really nice and easy, so that was probably one reason why I'm not having too much pain. But I feel sorry for those that do. I've seen some videos where people are in a lot of pain, and I'm just very fortunate that I wasn't. Either that, I had a really great doctor, and he's fantastic, and not bad to look at either, so that helps too. Oh, I did have to give them a call this morning because I do have a little chunk of bone. I'll show you quick. Right between here. You can't even see it. Anyways, there is a ridge of bone that's still sticking up, and they said that it was fine as long as it wasn't hurting me, and I just didn't know if it was supposed to be there because supposedly he shaved down my gums, and he must have missed that part, or shaved down the bone. But, yeah, otherwise I'm feeling pretty good. It's hard not to take it easy because I feel so good that I just want to get stuff done and keep going about my normal business. I even thought today, God, I could probably go back to work tomorrow, but I better not. I did overdo it, I think, a little bit yesterday, and it did start to bleed. The more I talked yesterday, the worse it was. Today it's not bothering me so much. I don't know if I sound better or not. I kind of think I do. But I'm going to stop rambling on now, and questions in the comments below. And I'll see you tomorrow. I will update you on day 3 on how things are going and try to answer any questions that may arise. All right, see you later, YouTube. Bye.